Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to do a quick little dessert for you guys. It is called a banana split cake and it is so yummy. I haven't made this in years and I was digging through my recipe collection and came across the recipe and I thought this would be the perfect time to make this. So what we need to start out with is I've got 2 cups of graham crackers in here. And I'm going to add in, I think I have about one stick or a half a cup of melted butter that I just gently warmed up on the stove. And we need to get that stirred in there. This comes together really quickly and makes a fabulous dessert for like a big family gathering. With tomorrow being Easter, I thought, well, this would be the perfect time to get this together and film it for you guys. So let me just get this stirred in. Make sure you get all your little breadcrumbs, or not breadcrumbs, but your graham cracker crumbs well moistened, because we want this to stick to the bottom of a 9 by 13 inch pan. This is, I like to make it the day before and then let it sit in the refrigerator so it sets up overnight. But this could certainly be made the morning of your event and just allowed to chill a little bit in the refrigerator. So we're going to go ahead and start dumping this in. Let's start with just a little bit of it. Move to a spoon here. My sleeves out of the way here. And I kind of just like it right on the bottom. I don't want it to go all the way up the sides. And you just want a nice thin layer. Now we do not need to bake this. This is going to go into a freezer for about 15 minutes to help it set up. Or you could do it, let it set a couple of hours in your refrigerator if you don't have room in your freezer, or if you have a small freezer that won't let you shove in a big 9 by 13 inch pan. And I don't think we're going to need quite all of these graham cracker crumbs. I might take some of them out. The original recipe called for 2 packages of graham crackers that you would blitz up in your food processor, but I decided to go with the pre-ground Keebler graham cracker crumbs just to make it a little bit easier on me. And I think we should be good, and I'm not going to use what's left in there. Might dust the top of it with a little bit of it. Okay, I'm going to get this in my freezer and let it set up, and I will bring you guys back. Alright, for the next step, we are going to need 2.5 packages of cream cheese. Let me grab my recipe real quick here. Yeah. And get these opened up. Should have opened them up first, huh? Alright, there's 1.5. And let me grab the last one here. Being stubborn. There we go. Alright, there we go. And then we're also going to need 1 egg. And, whoops, I didn't bring it over, half of a cup of powdered sugar. And that is all going to go straight in to our bowl. And then I'm going to mix this with my mixer to get it all together. It's going to be a little loud, sorry guys. Let me kind of break this down a little bit. Maybe, there we go. Uh-oh. There we go. I haven't used this mixer in a long time. I normally use my great big stand mixer, but for something this small that comes together really quick, I like to use my hand mixer. And we'll just start it out on low. There we go. And you want to make sure all the cream cheese gets stirred in. And the egg and the powdered sugar. And this will almost come to a pudding consistency, but we're not adding any pudding to it. And this is the main body of your cake. There's no actual like sponge layer in it, which I like about it. It's almost like a banana pudding without the pudding part. All right, let me stir this down a little bit. If I can get my thing to stand up. There we go. Make sure you scrape your sides of your bowl really well. There we go. And let's give it another little mix. Make sure we have everything together. And we're done. And that's all there is to the main body of your banana split cake. And I will bring you guys back once I get the crust out of the freezer, and I'll show you where we go from here. It's been in the freezer for 15 minutes and it is set up nicely. And what we're going to do next is just dump our cream cheese mixture right on top of it. If I can get it out of the bowl. Alrighty, here we go. Whoa, that was a little bit loud. And all we need to do is just spread it out until it's even. And then we'll top it with everything else. Trying to keep my crumbs underneath. Some of the loose ones are still wanting to not set there. Here we go. Flip this around. Make sure we got everything out of the bowl here. Kind of shove it up in that corner. It looked a little bit thinner than the rest. Next, we're going to add on, I've got 3 or 4, bananas that I've already sliced, and I squeezed a whole lemon over top of them to help prevent them from getting too brown. And we are just going to lay these right on top of this layer. Whoop. If I can get them to stay on my fingers. This takes just a little bit of time. And just kind of try and fit your pieces in where they'll go. You don't want to dump this. You want a nice even layer of banana so you get a piece of banana in every bite. Now these were kind of on the small side, so I may actually need another banana. Stick that little one over there. There we go. This takes just a little bit of time, but it's well worth it in the end. Then wherever wherever they want to go, wherever they look the best at. I'm gonna go a little bit thick. I probably could cut that one in half. Actually, I think I will. Yeah. Grab that one back out. Give that one a little slice in half. Dip the cut edge in the lemon juice just so it doesn't turn brown. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut up another banana, I think, just to fill in this last little bit. So let me grab that, and I will do that really quickly. As you can see, these were very small bananas. Normally my store has much bigger ones, but they were all green, and I didn't want to wait for them to turn yellow. And I'm going to slice this right into the bowl with the lemon juice. I don't need this whole thing. So I think if we had used if I had used a larger banana, it would have been perfect size for it. Alrighty. And let's get these in. And fill in any holes with the smaller pieces. I think that looks good. Alright, let me get my hands washed up and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, I have also, let me move that out of my way. I have a can of crushed pineapple that I've been allowing to just drain over a bowl to get as much of the juice out of it as I can, and I'm just going to dump that right on top, and then we're going to try and spread this out as evenly as we can. And I just use my hands for this. It goes quicker than trying to use the spoon. My fingers are clean. I have been keeping them well washed. So here we go. Make sure we get down into the corners. And up here as well. Alright, let me wash again. Alright, for the last step, we just need some Cool Whip. And that just goes straight on top. I'll probably end up using either one. They didn't have any giant ones, so I'm going to probably use 2 of these small tubs. If I can get it to come out right and spread. There we go. And this just gets smoothed out across the top. And let me grab my other tub real quick. I may actually end up using the whole thing. Alright. Oh, that one's still a little bit frozen in the middle. There we go. Yeah, just a tad bit more here. It's a little on the thin side. Alright, let's just get it cleaned up a little bit so it's not spilling all over the edges. Hide that little piece of pineapple that was poking its little head out. Get rid of that. And then I'm just going to take a paper towel and kind of clean up the edges so I can get a cover over this. And our last step is I've got some chopped up pecans and walnuts in here, and I'm just going to lightly sprinkle those over the top. I'm not going to add all of them, that would be a little too much, but you could if you wanted. Just want a little bit of nut. Alright guys, I'm going to let this set up in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, and we'll get a slice out of it and see if it's as good as I remember it being. So I will bring you back after it's had time to set up. Alright, this has been sitting up in my refrigerator for a couple hours now, and we're going to go ahead and get sliced into it. And while I'm cutting into it, let me just remind you guys of the cooking playlist that Japik and Death and I are doing on our channels, of cooking videos that are done by you guys. We have gotten some wonderful submissions so far, and I highly encourage you guys to go out and check out that playlist and support the contributors to it, because without you guys, you know, this playlist wouldn't be possible. I mean, Japik and I can put out cooking videos, but it's really from the help and support of all you guys that is really making it possible, and we appreciate each and every one of you guys. And we say get out there and get cooking and show us what you like to make. So let me get this kind of cut out. It probably could set up a little bit more, but quite frankly, I just really wanted to get into it. So I am taking it out probably a little bit earlier than what it should be, but that's okay. It's still going to taste good. Let me see if I can get it off my spoon here. Oh, it looks so good. I know my lighting is so bad that it causes such a glare. Makes it hard for you guys to see, but I don't know. This turned out really good. The only thing it could probably use, honestly, is some maraschino cherries, if you like those. And maybe dotted across the top. I've never tried it that way, but I've always kind of felt that the recipe would have benefited from it. But it is also really, really good this way. I hope you guys try this one. And if you do, let me know how it turned out for you. But for now, I've been Vault Girl. Thank you for joining me. And I hope I see you in the next one.